When visiting Lithuania, or many other countries around the world, you might just find yourself purchasing stuff at the supermarket, but because you're a foreigner, you'll be paying the tourist tax. Okay, it's probably very unlikely it's actually a tourist tax, but foreigners will probably end up paying more than locals. Let me explain how and why. So most supermarkets these days are offering different prices for people who have a loyalty or membership card for that supermarket chain. Sometimes the differences are small, but sometimes they're quite big. And then if you happen to need or want more of that thing, well, it's clear that the savings can then really add up. Here are just a few examples that I found over the course of a few days in the month of June. So you can see that these membership card prices at Rimi are more than half price. There are a few 50% discounts across the big Lithuanian supermarket chains, and then there are smaller discounts. Some not only require you to have a membership, but they might also require you to activate a certain offer on the app. And so if you want to save money, it looks like some work is necessary. And so the reason I call this whole scheme a tourist tax is because foreigners are the most unlikely to sign up for any of these cards and loyalty programs, even if they're staying in Lithuania for a few weeks. The reasons why might be obvious. There could be a lack of confidence, there could be a language barrier, they don't feel like they want to spend that time registering, which could be 5 or 10 minutes, or they don't have a local address or phone number. A lot of these things are understandable, but I think if you're spending more than 2 to 3 weeks in Lithuania, it could be worth it to sign up, or at least try. So after I decided to make a video on this topic, it became so apparent to me how much more non-loyalty card holders might pay. From my own observations at the time of making this video, Maxima and Rimi are about the same in terms of the amount of items that feature a special card price. But then, when I went to Iki, wow, large sections of goods had this little price with card label attached, and in some cases it was pretty much the whole section. I guess I've known this for a while, and because of that I avoided shopping at Iki. I always had a feeling that they were the worst in terms of special card pricing. I thought, well, if I'm not getting the lowest price, I'll just go somewhere else where the listed price is the standard. But then I finally got around to registering for the Iki card. Yes, it did involve an awkward and even slightly funny interaction at the customer service desk, but it's clearly paid off. And then actually, I'm not even 100% sure if you need to sign up at the customer service desk anymore, because with technology these days, maybe you can even register on the store website or via an app. And then depending on the store and the app, you'll get a digital barcode to scan that pretty much acts like your membership card. These days, I personally have physical cards for 3 supermarket chains, Maxima, Rimi, and Ikke. I tend to leave them all at home and only take them out when I expect to be going to that specific store or at least passing by. I have a QR code for Lidl stored on my phone, which is actually just a screenshot from my wife's Lidl app on her phone. But I actually don't think that Lidl has so many membership benefits like the others. I've since gotten a screenshot of my wife's Iki card, so now that's always with me, and I think my physical Maxima card has a barcode on the back as well. So maybe I just need to take a really good photo of it to store on my phone. The Rimi card works by RFID, and so you have to tap it on the reader, and so it's not as easy to digitally copy. And I'm sorry, but I'm really just too lazy and resistant to get the app myself. And finally, I should add that you can always ask a fellow shopper to use their card if you're brave enough. People shouldn't mind because it tends to benefit them, or at least is zero loss. The store assistant may also be able to help too, again if you're willing to ask. Perhaps that's just some added incentive to learn and practice your Lithuanian language skills. So there you go, unless you have some of these loyalty or membership cards, or are willing to ask someone for help, you might be paying much higher prices depending on what you're buying at the supermarket. So I guess if you're visiting Lithuania for more than a few days, you should think about trying to sign up for some of these cards. It could be worth the time and effort. One thing is for sure. If you buy a lot of items and you scan your card at the very end, it is so satisfying to see the total sum get reduced. And then they always show you how much you saved as a result of having the loyalty card. I guess all the discounts that we're getting are mostly possible because the stores just love to have our personal data and our personal shopping habits. Whether or not this trade is worth it is up to you. So, do you have a membership card to any of the big supermarkets in Lithuania? And what do you think of the stores having so many items with a different price? It's kind of a light and silly topic, but do let me know what you think of all of this by leaving a comment down below. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.